What the hell? V-support har jag aldrig sett förut.
Me has not seen it too.
Hon har ju asmycket damage i sin Q. Men...
I don't know.
nej, alltså det är ju typ någon sån low level cheese som man går all in och kanske får en, kommer liksom så pass långt före så att man inte behöver bry sig efter det. För hon kan ju trycka ut ganska mycket damage och ha sin passive med shield, men hon kan ju inte göra någonting för sin AD carry.
Nej. Det är bara liksom interrupt och typ sin ulti också. This will be interesting.
Ja. Det behövs ju lite att hon är i, alltså att hon kommer i lead, annars kommer hon bara dö så fort hon försöker ta sig fram någonstans.
Hon vill inte ha hjälp. Oh, and that's good.
Oh fuck. Grabben vaknade, vänta. Vi kommer snart.
When do dragons start flying?
Minions have spawned.
Stuck with me now. Wanna see a fireball?
Jag måste lägga på mig, jag lirar. Bye bye.
Why are you slimy? Like fire under us. When you get bigger, you're carrying me.
You have slain an enemy.
Did you get into the sugar again? Wriggles so high. Someone's on their best behavior. We're in this together. chewing on me.
I would never make such a dumbass sound.
Here for Cloud9. Are they gonna get caught though?
Oh, they're trying to put their foot down.
Oh, juicy.
I don't think it's gonna work. There's the scream across the team, and that's going to be Bunny Fufu. Zeke and Adrian have a way to run. They already took down Hootie, though, looking pretty good. Balls comes in with the ultimate on, and they try to focus back onto him. Here's the ultimate from Sneaky. Rush. Right. Ultimate Adrian with a huge play. Powelter goes down and Jetson dives in melee range. He goes down himself. Turtle got 3 in the light slinger, but he can't get the range. And Immortals, the first win of the 2016 Spring Split over Cloud9.
Welcome back to day 1 of the North American LCS. You're getting a look at the new Challenger Nidalee skin. rolled out this week to celebrate the kickoff of the 2016 LCS season. I had the pleasure of playing against a couple of those this last evening. Luckily, I was able to win, but that's only because Graves' jungle is super OP. Now we're just moments away from our next match, but first we want to see what you'll be thinking, or what you rather are thinking is going to be the hot hashtag this year. A lot of love right between NA greater than EU and NA Holo, but a few of you had some of your own ideas. At Eric Eldred writes, hashtag double star, the new super duo. I'd say that sounds better than Yellow Lift. And of course, David Law 179 tweets, I think it's time for the hashtag Freak Puns to go huge. David, let me stop you there. Do not encourage him.
Fellow David, smart man.
I'm a fan of hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag other. That was my vote.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a big one. Or just hashtag anything not freak. Let's turn our attention back to the matches at hand and our next two combatants, which are Team Dignitas and Energy Esports. Now, due to rules regarding the teams promoted from the Challenger Series, Energy Esports will play Trist and Frend for one game. While Energy's extended roster is standing by in the wings, we'll get to see their new mid laner in action, GBM.
Yeah, I definitely think GBM. I want to see where he is now after going to Korea and boot camp with the team. So get some synergy down, but he was always on the upward trend as well. Every year has been progressively better for this guy, and his most recent performances have been his best of his career. So where is he going to be now, and where is he going from here? So I'm going to watch his progress very closely.
And of course, he wears bow ties.
Oh, yeah.
So already A+ in my book.
That's right. I wonder how Energy will be dealing with this game, because obviously if they're planning on doing their other roster in the long term, you wonder how much investment they would put into game one, since it was just 1/18 of the season. So if they are to win this game, it's going to be some pretty big carry performances, I think, by GBM and by Altec.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't forget the presence of Altec. We put a lot of focus on GBM and then Impact, who will come in later. But Altec, we've consistently talked about his potential to carry a game from the 80 carry role.
And he's been put in sort of traditionally good situations, bad situations. You know, he's been on some very strong teams before. He's been on some very lackluster teams before, but he always shows up quite well. His stat lines are always good, low deaths, high damage participation. And so with a team that has a lot of talent on it, even this roster has still some very good players on it, Altec should be poised to do very well for himself.
And while there have been a ton of flashy moves and high-profile trades on other LCS teams, Team Dignitas instead focused on taking a longer view and picking up young players with potential.
And this is very interesting because it started out with Coach Broken Shard coming in and saying, these are the guys that I think are very good. He's a European player. He brought us some European Challenger players he thought were very good. And he's like, yeah, these are the guys that are going to build up and be awesome. Broken Shard's no longer there, but this is still the roster, and so you're going to hope that these guys will grow properly.
Yeah, so Smitty J, he helped Gamers 2 qualify for the European LCS qualifier in the top. And then also T-Ray was in the Challenger Series as well. And because they have Challenger EU imports who are probably LCS level, it's not the same prestige that comes with importing Yellowstone or GBM, which kind of means that Dignitas will be having their hallmark, hopefully at the start, be team coordination. Obviously, everyone wants to say they're the best player, but sometimes you just don't have the history of being a top-level player, and the coordination should take time. So I hope the expectations are properly set.
Yeah, and I definitely think Dignitas lost their shot caller, a whole bunch of games behind the jungle. Now, he's going to step up to the plate now with him gone. Is it going to be the veteran Kiwi kid, or is T-Ray going to be able to take up some of these too?
But also, I mean, I think this sort of, to me, feels a little bit like the CLG TSM match, where I was like, oh, Talon's going to win better. Like, Dignitas had this roster together for quite a while. They've been building up with a few veterans from the roster, but also some new guys, and much like CLG pulling essentially challenger level players in and saying it's going to work, and it did. This is a fairly similar recipe on the Dignitas side, where, like, they've had time to synergize, and they might have it already.
And speaking of which, we're talking about challenger players who qualified for the LCS.
Right.
Energy is starting 2 of those players as well. So it's not like Team Dignitas is like, oh man, they don't have the high-level imports for this specific game. And yeah, their synergy should be higher than Energy.
Well, that's still debatable as well, because Conflon has actually played with all 4 members on this team before this game. And I think that Trend and Trist are still really strong players. Last time we saw them, they were 3-0ing Energy Esports. So they actually had a solid record against them. We can't forget the veterans.
Apollo now moving over, and he has experience playing the Shifter, who still remains in the middle. So when we can talk about, okay, they've got some new potential talent that they're bringing in, there's still an element of veteran, prowess that can help lead those guys.
And I actually got to, while he was still about the lineup change, especially with Shifter still in there. Shifter's had some very good games and a couple of fairly weak seasons, and he was like, yeah, but here's Shifter with a good jungler who's gonna make some plays, who's gonna actually give him room to do what he wants. This is Shifter's split. Kiray's there to make Shifter good. That's what I'd heard when he made the roster change in the first place. So Shifter could very well be back to those like hard carry games.
I was going to say, especially with the way that we've seen the meta somewhat develop, we're seeing prevalence of assassins, maybe that Ahri comes back out, very popular pick in the other regions. Do you think Shifter, though, has the capacity to stretch beyond Ahri to the likes of Zed?
So I think he can go both ways with it. Like, his Ahri's super good, the assassins are solid, he can do that, but also keep in mind, like, Ezreal and Corki are like big standby mid laners now, right? Double AD is super common there. Super big, and he's good with long range, safe, deal damage. That was his play style last split. So I think Shifter can absolutely fit right into whichever way this needs to go.
In general, something that we haven't really touched on or seen yet, granted it's only been 2 games, is that AD carry mid lane that we've seen in Korea. The Corkis, the Ezreals, the Varus's even. Any reason why would, I mean, I know it's a lot to read into after 2 games, but we haven't seen it yet. Why hasn't it come out?
Every region has a little bit different in the way they sometimes one big champion getting a lot of play, like say Kindred or Quinn Top sees a lot of play. That has a ripple effect through the rest of the entire scene. And at the moment, it feels like those haven't been huge picks in the market.
Where's the Poppy, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say as well. Yeah,
Zyrene has been on the Poppy train. Poppy, any lane, top Poppy jungle, Poppy support. We played a lot of it last night. It was really solid. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And it does speak to the diversity of the meta currently. The fact that we haven't seen a Kindred or a Graves jungle yet, but those are still possibilities along with Rek'Sai, Lee Sin.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that the season has started at almost the same time for all the major regions. No team got to watch Korea and be like, crap, throw out our strat 3 days, let's go. Like, no one responsible would do that, and so everyone got to develop their own strategies in some isolation. Like, some teams boot camped in Korea, so some of them have that crossover, but like, all the regions had to just develop what they wanted and say go and see which one sticks. And I'm glad, like, right now all the continents are playing pretty differently.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the Lisandro though come out today. Cho'Gath, we can call that our own, I guess, for now at NA Cho'Gath. Right? Yeah, NA Cho'Gath. We got one, boys. We've got NA Rengar and NA Cho'Gath. One is up here, the other one's down here. Well, as we send it over to our casters, GBM gives us the lowdown on his trademark fashion accessory and secret source of his mid lane powers, his bow tie.
I love wearing bow tie because before I watched the England drama is Doctor Who. You know Doctor Who? Doctor Who guys wearing bow tie, and I love that. And I wearing, yeah.
You know what else I love? I gotta say, pink color they have on the stage. The stage looks absolutely amazing. We'll get to see it in a second. Let's check out the starting lineups. On the blue side, it's gonna be Team Dignitas. That's Smitty J on the top side, Kiray and the Jungle Shifter in mid. Apollo Patient, Kid has support,
And on the red side, it's Energy Esports. Up top is Chris in the jungle. Shrimp is tanked by Bomb. AD carry Altec, support Conquan, and Coach Hermit
a new look, hot pink.
Yeah, and I'm actually really excited to see Shrimp play up here on the stage because he was a guy who had so much hype in Challenger. And even though this is only going to be 1 game, I actually want to see what he can do, especially with solo laners like Impact and GBM.
Yep, I think they were able to take down enemy, I believe, in the kind of road to get here and whatnot. And he was a huge proponent of that, coming out of the jungle, very strong. We played with Chris in the top lane, so that's kind of still known knowledge to him. That's how it used to go. So we'll see what these guys can bring to the table. Definitely have my eyes on this one.
Should be good. Let's see if Dignitas can show up too, because the older guys that have been on the roster for so long, Shifter, and Apollo and Kiwi Kid. Well, Apollo just now joining, but in the LCS for a while. Shifter and Kiwi Kid have been able to reinvent themselves over and over. They talked about in the analyst list, they want to see him get back to, these times where he's getting pentakills or he's zigs with 800 AD and he's winning team fights by himself.
A triple kill from every fight.
It feels like that was a long time ago, and I'm definitely ready again, hyped up to see if he can get back to those types of abilities.
Definitely known Shifter for a long time. My friends have played multiple games with him, and he does. He's had this
your
kind
name's up and down, Rip.
Up and down. He's had everybody on the name, friends list, really up and down kind of play style, just all together. What he wants to do, how aggressive he is, kind of a fallback moment where he's just playing safe in his lane. But you're right, when we used to see him on the R's and the Ziggs, when he was getting all those triple kills in a Baron fight, it looked lost, and he'd come out in that fight or start one himself with a nice flash charm. It's definitely a door to be reopened for him. Because again, it's
one of the reasons I put him all in there too is, obviously he's not a long-time Dignitas player, but he's been in the scene for so long, bouncing around different games, changing his name up, and he's always been very consistent. Whether he was following up the very quick pace of TIP last year, or playing strong in the Challenger League, definitely shine here.
Well, room to grow with a different team for both of these guys, Dignitas and NRG. Now to take to the stage, talking a little bit about all as well. Just fun to see what the stage is. All the other guys have actual power.
Yeah. Good play.
Some people even see have like these shakes in Champion Select just because it's nerves. It's kind of like right before a game starts, you're excited. You're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom or something. And the game starts, and you forget about that, or you forget about your worries.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta get in right now. We're at Champion Select, though. Dig versus Energy. Tom Kench and GP will find themselves on the ban list here. I'm really excited what these guys have to show.
Yeah,
There's
especially
like a new school here where we get to learn everything.
They teams did a little on the analyst desk, but Poppy kind of sliding under the radar.
Yeah,
such a strong champion right now.
Nobody's even banned.
Definitely, it's a flex pick. It has a ton of utility. She's got really good base damages as well, so you can build her full tank base, still do a significant amount of damage.
You saw Nachiak in his interview after playing, and he said, "Yeah, I think it's the strongest support right now. I don't know why nobody, like other people, don't play it as much." But that's personal preference. I'm sure not all supports feel that she is the best at the moment. Definitely strong in this game. Rek'Sai, a third ban for Dignitas. One final one as Raz takes the book here. The team seconds left.
Yeah, very, very common. Blue side or pink, red side bans here. Rise on the table. So many of those powerful AD carries right now. I don't even know if it's so far off the board. And here we go. We finally may delve into the AD carry.
They are, I should say.
Kindred is so strong right now. If you get used to it, if you get the timing down, it kind of brings back one of the aspects that was sort of lost fell out of favor. Clearing the timing on saving teammates, but it adds another layer because it does affect the other team. Be very careful about saving your team while not denying your team. Everybody staying in for the heal or making the choice to actually run away and try to gain distance. Weigh your options there. She really does make the game extremely interesting. She also has a whole bunch of early game presence and is a lot about snowballing early pressure.
It's going to be against a Fiora and a Lucian. Definitely has some dashing and dip diving targets. Yes, they represent both. It'll be another Rek'Sai Kishi. Kirei and Shifter now to pick up. They can bring to the table.
Let's find you.
Alright, standard lock-ins here. Very strong open Fiora pick here. Blind Fiora up in the top lane. Pretty easy to move around any sort of step. Very, very bottom lane here. Extremely competitive. It's so hard to keep the all-star lane. So you are setting yourself up for Team Migros to gain that lane alone, unless you see an opening, in which case All-Star can also set up ganks very well.
We get the flash pulverizes in this game. I won't be disappointed. Is it?
Blind.
Blind Sarah. Maybe he's like, I'm up against that Ezreal. I know it right now. Chana, we just saw played by Adrian last game.
So they're already facing 2 AD carries, so they know they're going to be facing some siege pressure. So Energy now need to be thinking about where are we going to get our wave clear from? Are we going to try and split push on Paramount. They already got Lucian, which is decent, but one cooldown on the Cullen.
This is one of those champions Shifter can definitely put down some damage on if he gets going with Cassiopeia.
I'll scratch your tummy later.
Saw a lot of Anivia out from World as well from Frog and Peke and the likes.
Wow.
Continuing on, and Malphite is actually also locked in, so you see the Dignitas 5 here as we have a mid lane counter coming in.
Some very well set up battle lines here for Team Dignitas with the 280 carries at the back, Alstar and Malphite on the front line, and Shifter in mid controlling the mid line here with the Anivia. This is just a very well-rounded team fight. They also have a lot of team, and obviously Anivia's way clear is
that'll
strong to say the least.
Does get ahead here. 20 seconds left to pick. It's all on Conquan. What will be in the hands of GBM for a first game here in the North American LCS? Could have been a Victor, could have been a Vagar, switching around the bottom side of the champion select here.
I do like Victor. You're going to put a lot of pressure on Kindred to time her ultimates well with Victor. And you can oftentimes bait out ultimates and force cooldowns here.
Get a Nivea style wave clear, like a Victor style from Victor, if you will.
Wave clear, yeah, the wave clear is definitely there early on as well. Very curious to see what Trick will do on Lee Sin because, as I said, super excited to see what he can pull out. This is one of the all-stars from that's one guys that's an imported European series.
Few imports here for these guys coming in. Smitty J as well from Europe. We'll get into the backgrounds a little bit more as we get to game, but looking at these compositions, kind of what's that Fiora Malphite matchup that you're looking at in the top lane?
I mean, Fiora, especially if Fiora can get early lead or even just get she can control that. Later,
win to at LOL Esports. We'll check where the fan vote stands in a few minutes as we get this one rolling. There's the picks and bans once again on your screen. Now we'll see who can use their composition better for these teams. It's first time on the stage here for the spring 2000 split. Let's hear it for NRG and Dignitas going live right now. We are on the rip for game 3 of the day here in week 1. And we'll see what these two new teams can put on the table. Dig and NRG.
Now I'm really actually curious to see how the top lane swings because, I mean, we have had people just pick Malphite and sort of absorb the lane and just be whatever up there. You know, trying to go even, maybe slow push with their Sunfire cape, but if the Fiora is higher skilled than the Malphite, first mark goes on the jungle. There. Typically, enemy champion. Also, you have the highest chance of running into them in multiple lanes. Also, you don't give away. Topside start here. We are going to pretty blind lane buff here. Yeah, nothing's going to be given away.
Someone's on their
Ezreal
best behavior.
Start going topside should be able to fine.
Smitty J, you're actually in that lane, or in that jungle together. They actually played against in Europe. Now teammates. See if they can get along.
Death rate down. I think it's Jet. I think it's an evolution combo.
knowledge that they basically already knew, starting through the jungle.
Giving small hits over to the top laner so you can get some gold.
Minion wave says no for Conquan. Force to use the storm shield to get out. Slow moves, missing minions, but
Hate it
trying to get a little bit.
you use mana to try and last hit, and your projectile's too slow to get it as well. Double heartbreaker right there.
Whose fault is that, Kobe? Whose fault? We'll see what happens. Yeah, I was gonna say Chris has to start moving down towards the spot side now as Shrimp takes blue, because that top turret is already have 3 members of Dignitas on it. They should be able to drop it a bit faster here. We'll see if the Storm Shield provides the bit of damage they were lacking in time for getting there late.
Oh, look at that juicy mark for Kindred. So easy, right in the river. Gonna be able to pick it up. Kindred players very, very happy with getting those.
Yep. Saw a pick as well. Somebody's telling GBM. GBM can now recover down. Top side. Even Stevens around the map. A little bit harder for Smitty here. He wasn't picking up much as Chris did get a few CS in that bottom wave push, but not a big deal. 21-8 not going too far. Shift is actually in a nice spot to not get ganked, so they'll just hang out here for a while.
Run up and Nibia.
This is a dragon.
It's definitely one of the harder auto attacks in the market. Easy to say.
Oh, no! God! You need to get off this lane! Oh my god. Woo! But really, that is the story of the game. The difficulty has to
go through a lane with like these possibilities to mess up the minion wave, and then you're forced to and you still miss. Man, he's only 5 down though. Not too bad. Not even missing a full wave just yet. Should be able to hit 6 near the same time to keep things clean.
well, the team's going along the standard safer path. Send everybody over to that side. Get the enemy top laner. Aiming the jungle at lower rate. Also hasn't upgraded the smite item, so Figure is getting that much more ahead. It's a small amount, but it does stack up. Even more experience out of those camps. Pretty good to go that route when you are doing lane spots where you're probably not going to fight people. The reason why every time you come back, you feel so bad.
You know what? As a low gold player, it makes me feel really good.
I wonder, I really want to check his masteries and savagery. Here we go. A little bit of collaboration mid from both teams. 3-on-3. Let's get the fireworks started.
Yo. Oops. Oh. Looks like they ejected the fireworks out a little too soon. Shrimp takes the sonic wave back in. Oh, the resonating strike gets him killed. 1 for 1 so far. The chase coming in from Kirei and Shifter. It could be the lockdown if he gets one more flash frost over the wall. There it is. Oh, almost hitting the coattails of Conquan there, but they get out alive. Fights back and forth and some flashes.
Yep, that first blood bonus. It looks like everybody's.
Hello. A level 3.
Yeah, kill him.
Oh, 3 to 6. He's not gonna make it all right.
They're like,
flash there as
face
well.
check the Malphite. Oh, wait a second, he's only level 3.
You don't have to use too much math to win that one. But good roam there, good thought by Alltech actually to make a play for himself as well. Kind of risky as an AD carry to just go diving into
Using your into Fog of War.
Gotta be real sure. Get some himself. A little bit of pressure. They just know where Smitty J is and what they're preventing him from doing right now. He still has that level 6 to get to, but Kirei, very well for himself. 35 to 200 million CS. He's also been in Shrimp's jungle quite a bit this game. And he's got that level 6 first.
Yep, stacking up charges. Also, you know, Dignitas are happy to wait on the tier Ezreal to stack up, the Anivia to try and build a lot of agents. I take a good shot just because Dignitas have very big waves up right now. So sometimes your leaderboard is a little misleading because the minion waves build up so big in some scenarios. There could be 400 or 500 gold sitting around on the taking advice as it gets closer and closer to the turret. So bigger swings. Got him. And he took more than that from me.
Usual objectives off. This first one as well. Able to hold the top turret with Chris. Gets some help here.
Another safe side Turtle Crab cross there. That just feels so good. It's not cool, right? I'm sorry, that's the most exciting thing.
So as a jungle, touch on that. How easy is it for NRG to actually play off of this? Because you do have some kind of a visual. Kind of a thing you don't worry about early, or do you try to?
It's literally the easiest it can be because it's been on their lane swap side both times.
Right.
Bro. Actually, didn't drag the middle one at all. So Dignitas have been able to get both top and bottom pushing in their favor, and they're trying to send Anivia back. Also, not quite completing that lot of ages yet.
That always feels pretty bad. You want to buy us up, but you can. Jarvan's Fist and Pickaxe as well for Chris. He's getting a bit more damage as he comes out. GBM has to be careful. He does not have too much help right now.
Yeah. Good bait there from Shifter.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's a lot. Exhaust. Ulti, ulti. Ulti, exhaust. They made sure they got him, that's for damn sure. So he goes down 2-1 now. Dignitas uses a bit in the mid, and they should be able to get this turret, though, unless Energy feels like they can push back. They are not closing in to do so.
Easy collapse there for Dignitas, and that's definitely going to be a turret as well. We talked about just moments before. They had top and bottom pushing in their favor. The wave control for Team Dignitas earns them that kill right there. That's why everyone's always talking about wave control so often. Pushing the waves, it occupies two members of Energy, one on top, one on bottom, and they collapse mid, get the kill, plus the objective. Just, well, good macro play there. And as I talked about on the Endless Death, they wanted that to be the strength that we see from this guy. Vision also sort of encroaching on NP territory. Talk about how easy it is to keep up that defensive line. It is obviously worked by lane swaps, but trying to slow retreating from the top side.
I was about to say for Energy, it's not a safe at all. It's tiny things that are kind of working in Dignitas' favor here. With Dignitas having things set up and all in place, like you said, that's much better.
Meanwhile, yes, Smitty J is getting trounced in CS here. What is typically Malphite, pop the ultimate.
Yep.
The repercussions that it will have are if Energy are able to play the split push with the Fiora and actually gain an objective out of it through that pressure. It's very difficult though, and Malphite going to try and hug turret, kill the minion wave, focus on that rather than the
See if they can play in the same court, though. If bottom lane is Chris and Smitty, it's not going to work out for good for Smitty at this point.
Because Chris, 2-level advantage, gold advantage. Well, not 2 anymore, but